What's good, everybody? It's UturnCrobat here, U-turning into you today with my very first Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. This Wi-Fi battle is actually an NPCC Season 3 Week 1 Wi-Fi battle. But before we get into anything, guys, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please make sure you leave a gigantic like on this video. My team consists of Uxie, Technicruel, Rhydon, Magneton, Kyurem, and Dugtrio. Now, the reasons I brought these Pokemon, the reasons Scruffy and I thought about these Pokemon, more or less him. Before I get into anything, I want to give a huge shout out to him. He actually helped me make this team. I was working a lot, so this team is really all revolved around him, and I'm so lucky to have a friend like him. But the reason why we brought some of the mons we did is Magneton, Dugtrio, for obvious reasons. We wanted to lock in some of my opponent's Pokemon. We wanted to lock in the Steel types with Magneton and just Arena Trap all the others. Now, we have Uxie with Stealth Rocks and T-Wave because, well, for obvious reasons. We figured bringing T-Wave would slow down a potential threat and Porygon Z if he decided to bring it, which he does. We also saw Noivern was a huge threat, so if we could T-Wave Noivern, then that would be amazing. Now, we brought Technicruel with Knockoff for obvious reasons, because we wanted to knock off. This was actually my suggestion. I actually really wanted to knock off whatever items my opponent's mons had. And we brought Kyurem with the Haban Berry, which lowers the damage hit when you get hit by Dragon-type moves. So then we can live a Draco, Dragon Pulse, whatever, or even a devastating Drake, and fire back with a powerful Ice Beam. Now, my opponent has a Porygon Z, Toxapex, Noivern, Scizor, Cloyster, and that Delphox. Looking at his team, well, he has a lot of threats. He has that Porygon Z, he has that Noivern, he has that Scizor, which could very well set up on us. He has a Cloyster, which very well could set up on us as well. And he has that Delphox, which could be Scarf, it could be Specs. We're gonna hop into this battle. Hopefully this battle goes my way, but we shall see. We should definitely see. Now, in a second here, you're gonna see me lead off with Uxie. He does lead off with a Porygon Z right here, and knowing this, I figured this was a huge problem for me, because even if he has that Z move, that Hyper Beam Z, whatever you want to call it, it's gonna be a huge problem. He has the normal Hyper Beam, which one is, yes, it's a problem, but two, I'm glad he didn't have the Z move Hyper Beam. So I'm gonna fire off with a T-Wave. Luckily, I was able to lower the speed of one of his threats in the Porygon. Now this turn, I did kind of mess up. He does have one turn to recharge because he did use the Hyper Beam. I very well could have used the Stealth Rocks right here, but I didn't think anything of it. So I made this stupid play in U-turn. He's going to fire off that eject button, so he gets to switch into the Cloyster. Now, unfortunately for me, there was a speed tie, and I lost the speed tie. And he's going to destroy me with an Icicle Spear, which, one, it's a problem, but two, at least Uxie, you know, just hindered the speed of one of his threats, which I am proud of, so good job, Layers, good job. I wish you could have put in more work, but it was my fault, really, for not setting up any rocks. This Cloyster put in a lot more work than it should have. I could have set up the rocks, and, well, I could have broken the potential sash the Cloyster had. Now, I'm going to go into the Magneton. Clearly, he's going to be switching out, and I thought he was going to be switching out because he does not want to leave a Cloyster in on a Magneton with a Thunderbolt or a Volt Switch. I'm going to Volt Switch, get the hell out of here, go into Dugdildo so I can Arena Trap this thing and take out Porygon Z once and for all. I'm glad that I was able to take out Porygon Z so early in the game. I wasn't really sure if I was going to be, if this Porygon Z was going to be a problem or not. Luckily for me, it wasn't a huge problem. It basically took out the, it very well took out the Uxie, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. He's going to go into Cloyster. I obviously do not want to leave Dugtrio in on a Cloyster, so I'm going to switch out and go into Interstellar. And if you can't tell already, my Interstellar, my Magneton, is the Cloyster check. So he is going to be firing off an Icicle Spear right here, and I can take any Icicle Spears this thing wants to offer. I even could take any Rock Blast this thing wants to offer, so every single time I do see that Cloyster, I am bringing in Interstellar, my Magneton, because as you can see, Interstellar can eat up those icicle spears. And I'm going to be firing off a Thunderbolt here, as you're going to be seeing in a second, as soon as as soon as he fires off another icicle spear right here. Unfortunately, I'm not able to outspeed this Cloyster. Cloysters are, they can be pretty fast, and it is a problem that we didn't invest a lot of speed into Uxie or even Magneton. We could have potentially outsped that Cloyster if we had enough speed in either Magneton or Uxie. I'm not sure of Magneton, but I am going to be firing off a Thunderbolt, a powerful Thunderbolt right here. I figured no one on his team wants to get hit with a Thunderbolt, and I can eat up another Icicle Spear if need be. So, like I said, I'm going to fire off a powerful Thunderbolt. He's going to be switching out right here. Now, I don't know why I didn't Volt Switch, but I am going to be switching out into Too Cruel for You, my Technicruel, because one, I figured he was going to be going for a flamethrower or whatever, but at this point in time right now, I'm surprised that Technicruel did outspeed the Stealth Fox. Now, luckily, I was able to knock off the Delphox's Assault Vest. Now, I'm able to live at 1. Not sure how that happened, but I've completely forgot about Magician, meaning Delphox stole my Black Sludge, meaning Delphox is going to be getting hurt with the Black Sludge. So I'm going to be firing off a powerful Scald right here. Without that Assault Vest, the Delphox is not going to be able to live the Scald, luckily. So that's a plus. I'm very, very happy that Delphox is out of the game. Noivern comes in. Now, there's no reason for me to keep Technicruel around, so I'm just going to allow Noivern to take out Technicruel right here with that powerful Flamethrower. It's not really that powerful considering I was lived at about 1 HP from Delphox, but whatever, it is what it is. I'm bringing out Karma, my Kyurem. Now, I figured he was going to be switching out. Because there's no possible way he's going to be leaving Noivern in on a Kyurem. He probably thought that I was Scarf, that's why he switched out. He does not want he does not want Noivern to go down to an Ice Beam anytime soon. I fire off an Ice Beam because I thought maybe he was going to be staying in. We do have that Haban Berry, so even if he did stay in, we could have taken any Dragon type attack he wanted, and I could have fired off an Ice Beam, taking out that Noivern, but he does switch out into the Toxapex, and as you can see right here, a Scald does not break my sub at all. We can take a couple more Scalds, and it'll be perfectly fine. I'm firing off a powerful Earth Power on this Toxapex, and you saw how much damage that did. Toxapex does not really want to stay in any longer on this Kyurem. Unfortunately, right here, though, Toxapex does break my sub, and that is really unfortunate that he got the crit, because without that crit, I'm figuring that we could have lived that Sludge Wave. He's going to switch out. Like I mentioned, he does not want to take another, Earth Power. Almost forgot the name on the move. I'm going for another substitute, though. Why wouldn't I? I can easily sub up in front of the Toxapex without getting damaged. And plus, I do need to roost up because I really want to be at full HP if I need to take an attack from that Noivern. So I'm glad that I did roost up. And this Rock Blast from the Cloyster is not going to be breaking the sub. Using about 3 Rock Blasts, it does not break the sub. On the 3rd Rock Blast, it does in fact break the sub though, which is unfortunate, but I'm able, as you're going to see here in a second, I am able to take out the Cloyster with I think it was an Earth Power here, but unfortunately I get hit with the Rock Blast, which really does suck. I was hoping I wouldn't get any damage at all, but it is what it is, and I'm able to take out the Cloyster with an Earth Power. I figured he was not going to be bringing in Noivern, so I just thought, if he brings in anyone else, they really don't want to get hit with the Earth Power. He goes into the Noivern. Now right here, I thought he was going to be going for like a Draco or something, so I'm going into Road Rage, because if he does go for the Draco, he is going to be lowering his special attack. Then I could bring in the Kyurem, and the Haban Berry will pop, and he's at -2 or whatever. But he surprises me with this Z move right here. I thought it was going to be Devastating Drake, but it's not. It's actually Supersonic SKYSTRIKE. And I did have a plan, because if he used Draco Meteor or even Devastating Drake, I was going to basically fodder off this Road Rage, the Rhydon right here. Really just, I was hoping he was going to be using Draco so he could lower his special attack, then I could bring in Cure him, and so on and so forth. But I live because of that special freaking item, Eviolate. I live because of that, really. And I'm able to fire off that Stone Edge, taking out the Noivern. I'm so freaking glad we have the Eviolate on Rhydon, and we packed some EVs and special defense because we were able to live that Dragon Pulse. Unfortunately, right here, he brings in the Scizor. I say unfortunately because we do not allow Megas in this season. But he brought the Mega Scizor, so it is what it is. I'm able to fire off a powerful Earthquake, and he's going to be knocking off my Eviolate, hence taking out the Rhydon right here, which it is what it is. I was basically just foddering off Rhydon just to lower the special attack of Noivern, but it is what it is. I'm going to go back into Interstellar so I can trap this Mega Scizor and hit off a huge hidden power Fire, taking out the Scizor. Now, Scizor could have been a huge problem for me. I'm really glad that it wasn't. Even if it wasn't a Mega, it very well could have set up on me. Seeing how it was a Mega, it very well could have set up on me. I'm glad I didn't give it the chance to, though. I'm going to fire off a powerful Thunderbolt right here on the Toxapex. Toxapex does not want to take a Thunderbolt, as you can see. Now, he's going to scald my Interstellar, which it is what it is, and he's going to be actually burning me, and that obviously does not matter at all. Unfortunately, Interstellar is burned, but even if Interstellar went down to the burn, I can bring in Karma and just take out the Toxapex right here with an Earth Power. But Interstellar put in a lot of work in this battle, just lowering the HP of some of my opponent's mons and just helping out with trapping that Scizor. And Doug Trio helped a lot too. My Doug Dildo there. But I mean, just recapping on week 1 of this battle, I think this was an odd battle just because one, I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't a good battle. It was a good battle. But I'm saying that it was an odd battle because one, he brought the Mega Scizor, which it is what it is. I'm not going to default him on that. I'm not going to fault him on that. But he brought the Porygon Z with a normal Hyper Beam. I kind of figured he was going to be bringing the I don't know, Hyper Beam Z, whatever you want to call it. But he didn't, so it is what it is. And my Technicruel outsped the Delphox, so it was just kind of odd. Just those 3 instances were just kind of odd, but it was a fun battle. ClassyGengar, I don't even think I introduced him in the beginning of the battle, but his channel link and everything, Twitter link and everything will be down in my description. So if you want a chance to battle him, go hit him up. He's always up for battles, I'm sure. He's a cool guy. This battle went fine. It was fun, so I had a good time. I'm going to get the hell out of here, though. I hope all of you have a great day, and I'll catch all of you all on the flip side.